Welcome to Stillman Radio. Welcome to Stillman Radio. How's everybody doing today? I think Danny might be dead. He hasn't responded to me this morning, so Danny's supposed to be here. Let's call him and see if he's alive. To be honest, like obviously I want Danny to be alive, but if he was dead, it would make for great numbers. Like there's no denying that. Like right, I mean, you guys are on the same page, right? Like this would be the most viewed. This would be the most viewed episode of Stillman Radio ever if Danny was dead. Like if Danny, like, oh my gosh, Danny King is just dead. So let's FaceTime him. Let's FaceTime him. See if he is alive. Is Danny King alive?
Yes, I'm coming right now.
Oh, can you hear me? Were you watching?
No, I wasn't watching.
I was contemplating if you were dead or not because I hadn't heard from you. So.
No, I just texted you. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, 1 second.
All right. I was just saying, you know, if you were dead, it would have made for the most viewed Simple Man Radio of all time. If I find out Danny King's dead live on air, that would have been.
Would have been really interesting.
Do you think I should have clipped it and put it out there where it's like get the sympathy likes and retweets from that?
Probably.
All right. See you in a second. All right. So how's everybody doing today? I have a new chair, which kind of stinks because now my microphone doesn't come directly to my mouth. It's a little higher. Maybe can I lower this chair? Can I lower this chair? Maybe I'll just have to put it under stuff. Like here, maybe I'll take this mason jar and put the microphone should I put it like this? Does this work? I don't know. So we'll do word of the day. You know, I'm going to leave it like this for now. We'll see what happens. And honestly, this is better for my back if I just leave the microphone like this. Here's what sucks is the Yankees got DJ LamEhieu, and so Talking Yanks is live right now, which kind of pisses me off. Like it pisses me off that Talking Yanks is live right now. This episode is brought to you by our freaking new shirts. I just put them in the chat. They are the Shake and Bake shirts for Joe Judge and Patrick Graham, although I can't tweet out that it's their names because then you'll get in trouble, but buy those. I just put the link in the chat. Buy those shirts. All right, where is Danny? Did he not even start his computer? We got divisional preview today. Robert Saleh to the Jets, and then DJ LamEhieu to the Yankees. Freaking, let's listen in on Talking Yanks and see what they're saying.
Went down. I made a little video for Twitter and Instagram, Jake. I don't know if you saw it.
But reliever, can the Yankees?
There's
match
Talking
up
Yanks right there.
The Yankees pitching is not finished right now.
Oh, let me get this off the screen.
We're gonna assume around.
So, do you guys want to just listen to Talking Yanks, and that'll be the episode?
Which in this free agent
This show is so stupid. Stillman Radio is such a stupid show. All right, what's word of the day? I saw someone put. I saw someone say the Hawaiian fish like hama. We're not doing that. So give me a word of the day, and then we'll go from there. Who do you think has more viewers right now? Stillman Radio or Talking Yanks? So let's see. Talking Yanks has 586 watching. Stillman Radio, it's not even showing up on my feed. Oh, that's because I'm on the Talking Yanks channel. Stillman Radio has 8 on YouTube, but we have like 40 on Periscope too. So that's cool. I really do think I'm just going to leave my microphone like this for now on. Like it helps my back out a ton. So let's just do word of the day. So Chris Mickle, you didn't say the word of the day, but we're just going to use yours as flying. We actually got a bite yesterday, but we got blocked. Oh wow, Stillman Radio 7 notifications. What is that all about?
My internet was giving me trouble. I'm sorry about that.
All right. Talking Yanks is live right now, which screwed us.
We blame DJ LamEhieu.
Yes, that's why the signing sucks. All right, what's going on, Danny King? I have a new chair, so the microphone is now lower than it usually is. So I don't want to be bent over and hunched over because it messes with my back. So I think I'm just going to use the microphone like this from now on.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Just covers the face.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it totally ruins the idea of having a video, but it's fine.
There's nothing wrong with it.
So I'm going to leave it like this for this show.
All right.
So we got divisional preview, which we'll talk about. Word of the day is flying. This is what this show's about. Like, there shouldn't be like any set format. Yesterday we got bites on it, but they blocked us.
Damn, they blocked you that quickly?
They were just like, what? They know were like, shut up. So Babe got her first semester resume 2 days ago, and all we can see are as flying around hotness overload. All right, are we gonna reply to this guy? His name is Oluwaseun Coyote. No, I'm not gonna mess with this guy.
We gotta find the right person.
All right, here's someone replying to Project Lincoln. This should be fun. Oh my God, the delusion that their account closing never shopping again decision is something someone gives a flying fig about over Ivanka Trump bad clothing. LMAO, less deplorables to shop amongst. Be like,
oh,
let's do it. I'm sorry, Sweaty. Tweet. Sorry, Sweaty. But Ivanka is style. No, Ivanka be dressing like Thousand Islands.
Thousand Islands.
All right. We'll see if we get one. You know this lady. I get a feeling we'll get something from this lady. All right, Danny, how are you?
I'm doing good. Friday, day before the NFL playoffs again. So I'm doing pretty solid right now.
That's solid. All right, let's talk about sports because we're losing our audience very quickly. Because they're like, what are these idiots doing? But I don't even care. Rams at Packers. Let's go through the divisional games. Let's go Rams at Packers. Danny, what do you have on this game? Like, Jared Goff is starting, so you would assume that his thumb is better than last week, but I don't. I mean, he still did just have surgery.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're starting him like they're feeling super confident. I think they would prefer Wolford, but they can't start because he almost had his head decapitated last week, and I don't think you want Blake Bortles as your backup option. I think that's the worst option you could go for. But, I mean, this is a great game when you look at it. Like, the Rams defense, you got Jalen Ramsey, Devontae Adams, Aaron Donald, not fully healthy, but decently enough healthy. This could be a solid game we have coming up.
I think the Rams are going to win this game. I really do. I think the Rams, that defense is going to get to Aaron Rodgers. You're going to have Jalen Ramsey on Devontae Adams. And Brandon Staley, he's like a really good defensive coordinator. I really do think that they're going to win this game. And they're just, if Goff was healthy, I would be very confident in it. With him not healthy, I'm not confident. But I think this is going to be an upset, just like, it was the Seahawks last week. Aaron Rodgers has, I don't know. I have a feeling the Rams are just have this defense that is going to screw with teams. Like Aaron Donald it's Aaron Donald's playing, right?
Yeah, he's playing.
You hear the fireworks someone's doing?
I don't know. I can't hear the fireworks.
Somebody's doing fireworks.
It's not even noon yet, and they're doing fireworks.
It's noon on January 15th or 11 in the morning, and people are doing fireworks.
They're shooting off fireworks.
So, I mean, I think I'm going to go Rams here, and maybe this will make me look stupid, but I just love the Rams defense, and I think they're going to give the Packers issues. Have they played this year?
The Rams and
I
Packers.
didn't do a lot of prep for this show. I'll be honest, guys.
I don't think the Rams and Packers have played each other this year. At least it doesn't cross my mind that they played. But I'll have to go opposite of you. I'm gonna have to take the Packers this game. The Packers are just a great football team. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is going to be the guy that just finds a way to tear this Rams defense apart. I think they'll make him struggle a little bit, maybe in the first quarter or maybe at least the first couple drives. But I think Aaron Rodgers will become the Aaron Rodgers we all know and just dominate the game.
Yeah. Maybe this is stupid. I just feel like that. I feel like Aaron Donald is going to give them fits, and Jalen Ramsey on Devontae Adams is going to change what Aaron Rodgers wants to do. Because Devontae Adams has been a top receiver this year, but I think Jalen Ramsey is going to be going to show up. Jalen Ramsey is a beast, and you have the playoffs on the line. And then I just with the thumb injury, I just think Sean McVay realizes how much is on him to put together a plan, and I think he's going to do that really well.
Yeah, I mean, well, Sean McVay, if there's anyone I would want as my coach to try and get around the situation, it's Sean McVay, because I feel like he would have the best game plan you could come up with. And you got Cam Akers that can help the Rams out. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with picking the the Rams.
We're not keeping. Well, now actually we will be doing this. So I need to write these down. So Bobby, and then we have to send it to Justin to get his picks. Oh, we're doing listeners. Listener. You know, I know that people have weird YouTube names, but I don't like that Sabrina has to say like "Hi, sugar tits." Like, people are funny.
That's a smart move.
So who are we going with, listeners? I'm going Rams. Danny's going Packers. Someone comment in the chat who they. We don't have a lot of people here. This show's going off the rails, honestly.
What's going on? It's those damn talking Yanks people.
I think it's just this show sucks, but it's okay. It's okay. I need to put more effort in the Stillman Radio. I've been just showing up. All right, the listeners are going Packers. Thank you, Eli Warren. So the listeners are going Packers. Ravens at Bills. Ravens at Bills. I know you're a circle the wagons guy. I think the Lamar playoff stuff is real. Last week he had that nice long run, but besides that, he wasn't super effective. I got to go Bills here. I think the Ravens are. I think this is going to be a low scoring game, at least for like what these offenses can do. I think the Bills, they have what it takes, but Wink Martindale is going to be throwing the house at Josh Allen. He's going to throw so many different things. I mean, they played last year and they sacked him like 6 times. And I know the Bills are different this year than they were last, but I really feel that the Ravens, what am I saying right now? I really feel that the Bills are going to be able to do enough, and then Lamar's playoff issues are real. So I think Wink's going to throw something there at the Bills, but I'm going to go the Bills winning this game, but it's going to be low scoring. Like I think it's going to be like a 20 to like 14 game. Low scoring for these teams.
It's Friday. The show's off the rails. Nothing wrong with it. But yeah, I mean, the Ravens defense, they're going to give Josh Allen, I think, fits. Like this is what they did last week at Tennessee. Yeah, they struggled in the first quarter, but then they shut down Tannehill. They shut down Derrick Henry. So they could easily give Josh Allen fits, but Buffalo, I think they're just too hot right now to stop. Josh Allen's on a whole different level. Stephon Diggs is playing great. I'm intrigued to see how the loss of Zach Moss affects the Bills in that running game because they have
Devontae Freeman now.
Oh yeah, I forgot they signed good old Giants Devontae Freeman. He went from IR to a playoff contender. Can't be hating on that.
Bills fans were like quote tweeting my like clips of like Devontae Freeman from there. She's like, look, he juked this guy in Washington in week 5.
Yeah, I mean the guy. Let's be honest here, didn't really give us anything we need, but maybe he'll give Buffalo what they need. But I'll be taking the Buffalo Bills game because nobody, and I mean nobody, circles the wagons. Why the Buffalo Bills? It's just proven fact.
Danny's going Bills. I'm going Bills. Listeners went Ravens. I mean, they all commented it, so I just counted them up. So like we got Dan Big Blue. He's going Ravens. We got Cheyenne Q going Bills. Matt's going Ravens. JCS Bills, Eli Ravens. So we it's 3-2. It's 3-2. So
ESPN's matchup predictor has the Ravens winning. I don't buy into that, but they have the Ravens winning.
Is this the game of the week? Like I know Bucs Saints has the storylines of Brady versus Breeze. Happy birthday, Drew Brees. Shut up, Drew Brees. But this is the game of the week, right?
Probably the game of the week, yeah.
This is the one I'm looking forward to the most because it's
like if Jared Goff is fully healthy.
Teams.
If Jared Goff is fully healthy, that Rams Packers game would be a little more interesting because of the defense. But yeah, I think Bills and Ravens is probably game of the week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the game I'm looking forward to the most. Browns at Chiefs. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this one. I got the Chiefs heavy in this one. The Browns are going to get the doors blown off of them in this game.
Yeah, like I kind of want to go Browns just for the jokes and take them, but when you think about it, I mean the Chiefs are just way too good, and so yeah, I'll just got to go Chiefs.
Let me give the Browns a path to victory though. Like here's a Browns path to victory.
Deliver the path.
The Chiefs have struggled to start games before, like especially in last year's playoffs. I mean, they were down in every single one. So you get Myles Garrett in there. Like Myles Garrett can be that difference maker, where it's like he just gets to Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes isn't able to be elusive. So you get Patrick Mahomes like on the ground with Myles Garrett on defense. So, but you're not going to like stop the Chiefs offense. They're going to score points. So you get them to like in the through 3 quarters to have 20 points, and the Browns through 3 quarters have to have 24. They have to be up after the 3rd quarter. And the way they can do that is against this Chiefs defense. They can run the rock like nobody else in the NFL besides the Ravens. Nobody in the NFL can run the rock like the Ravens. And obviously, setting up those play, those outside zone play action bootlegs for Baker and them. So, and then the 4th quarter just have to go into like control the clock and score. Like they have to be up by 4 points in the start the 4th quarter and then score 1 touchdown. And that's the path to the victory. I know that sounds super simple, but I think that's the path to victory for the Browns. I just don't see that happening. I can see the Browns starting out well, and then the Chiefs just blowing the doors off because I don't think the Browns, to me, don't have the secondary to compete with everything the Chiefs do.
Oh yeah, if they lose Kareem Hunt and Dick Chubb, like if the Chiefs shut them down, the game's over. Baker Mayfield.
You say Dick Chubb?
No, I said Nick Chubb. At least I hope. At least I think I said Nick Chubb.
I'm gonna get the video and we're gonna call him Dick Chubb. I mean that's a very gotta
go answer replay on that one. But I mean the Browns, they shut down Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I mean Baker Mayfield, no shot. He can carry that team to victory all by himself. But yeah, so give me the Chiefs.
All right, so everyone, I mean the whole chat is going Chiefs.
They're 10-point favorites.
Yeah, I almost went Chiefs with my pick of the week, but my daily pick. But I was like, you know what? I don't want to just pick favorites. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Bucks at Saints, the old man game. What do you have in this?
Well, obviously, probably the last time we'll see Drew Brees and Tom Brady going at one another. Drew Brees did look a lot healthier last game that he has in weeks past, so that was good. But I mean, the Bucks, they almost lost to a backup QB in Washington. Like Taylor Heineke gave.
Oh no, Taylor Heineke is great though. Danny, didn't you hear? He has fire.
Oh yes, Taylor Heineke does. He has that fire, that drive to win.
He ran for a touchdown. He has fire.
No other quarterback has done that in the National Football League.
No, it's not like Derek Carr has done that a million times.
No, but the Bucks, I don't know. They even though they have solid players around them, they're beatable. And they're not no monster we all thought they would have been to start the year.
So are you going Saints or Bucks?
I'm going to go Saints on this one.
I hate to agree with you, but I agree with you. The Saints blew the doors off of the Bucks twice this year. The first game, it wasn't a blowout, but they won. But the second game, they embarrassed him. It was Tom Brady's worst game of his career. Like, just flat out embarrassed him. And I have no reason to think that they won't win the game. I'm not saying they're going to embarrass them the same way they did, in that Sunday night football game. What was it, week 9 or week 10, week 11, whatever it was. But the Saints are a really good team. And Drew Brees, while he doesn't have the strongest arm, he can take advantage of an aggressive defense like the Bucks. He can take advantage. He has, he doesn't have his arm isn't broken. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he has a broken thumb like Jared Goff. Like, yeah, is he going to stretch the field? No. But he can get the ball downfield. And I think they're going to take advantage of this aggressive Bucs defense. They play well against it. And their defense is good. Like, Marshawn Lattimore has always been good against Mike Evans. You got, Jack Rabbit. Like, they have the horses on defense to go against the Bucs' strengths. So, I mean, I'm going Saints in this one, man. And I feel really strong about this one. Like, I would be surprised if the Bucs are able to win this game.
Yeah, this is Drew Brees's. Everyone's saying it, but it's true. This is his best shot to win a Super Bowl he's had in some time. This defense is solid. The offense around him is solid. Yeah, I mean, the Bucs, we all thought they were going to be playoff contenders, but then they look like your average NFL team this year. They weren't anything scary. Yes, they had a great record, but they almost lost. I hate bringing Giants into it, but they almost lost to the Giants. They almost lost to a lot of teams. The Buccaneers are definitely beatable, and like you said, the Saints destroyed them. So I don't see why the Saints wouldn't be able to do it again. This time in the Superdome, I believe. No, are they in this? Where are they? Superdome.
It's in the Superdome. Superdome.
So, I mean, granted, why am I making that a big deal? There's no fans there. So
yeah, but it's better than being in Tampa.
That is true.
But it'll be fun. But like you said, I mean, the Bucs struggled with Washington last week. I just think the Saints are like, oh, like Drew Brees' arm isn't great. It's like, well, you know whose arm isn't great either? Tyler Heineke. Like he was barely getting the ball out. Like he wasn't like Heineke had no zip on any of his throws last week. Like Taylor Heineke sucks. Okay. Here's something. I hope Washington fans spend this offseason convincing themselves that Taylor Heineke can be a QB. Like, well, let's sit behind Alex Wilson and battle it out. I hope they really do that instead of going into the year with a new QB. I hope they have a all-out battle for Taylor Heineke, Alex Wilson, and Kyle Allen. Because Taylor Heineke sucks.
When did Alex Wilson become a quarterback?
I keep on calling Alex Smith Alex Wilson. It's a bad habit. It's a really bad habit.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do hope they convince themselves that Taylor Heineke is their guy because that at least gives the Giants hopefully one less team. Well, granted, no one worries about Washington because we beat them these past few years single-handedly.
Yeah. We can't lose to Washington ever again.
No.
I don't think we ever will. But what are the listeners going? I want the listeners to get ballsy. I want you guys to pick the Bucs. I think Justin will pick the Bucs.
I think he will too because he said the Bucs are going to the Super Bowl.
You know what? Let's just call Justin.
Isn't he at work?
Yep.
All right. This has been a wild show. Had internet problems to start.
We're just calling people. Should I call John Boy and Jake too? Oh, I just mentioned John Boy and Jake, and right now we have on the show. You put the volume back up.
Okay. Look what I do now.
So the show right now is the Talking Giants guys and the Talking Yanks guys.
Their best player for the past 2 years go because they got outbid by another team.
I feel like this is some sort of elite, like
that
legal.
would have been like a full-blown.
All right, we're doing picks right now. Who do you got? Rams at Packers.
Rams at Packers.
Okay. I'm the only one from the Rams. Ravens at Bills.
I'm a big Ravens guy right now. You know what? Give me Ravens.
Okay.
I think Josh Allen's going down.
Okay. That's, me and Danny both went. Oh, you can't hear Danny. Well, I forgot.
It's okay.
Danny can hear you though.
I am live, right?
Yes.
Oh, hi everyone.
It's a very small crowd today. And Browns at Chiefs. Everybody for us went Chiefs.
You know what? Going Browns. Giants need to wait another week to possibly get their offense coordinator.
Oh.
Wait. Yes.
Wait, Eric Bieniemy?
No, we're trying to get Chad O'Shea.
Oh, Chad O'Shea. At first I was like, Eric Bieniemy, wait, what?
Bucs at Saints. Me and Danny went Saints. Listeners haven't said anything. Listeners, I see one listener say Bucs, so listeners going Bucs.
You know what? I'm going Bucs too.
I knew you would.
What is this? Third time's the charm?
Charm.
So I think third time's the charm. They're 0-2. I think the Bucs are hot right now.
All right. Anything else you want to say to the Silman Radio crowd?
I don't feel good about my Rams pick. But
you picked the Packers.
I did. I don't feel good about it though, because I like the Rams. I think they're playing a really unique defense this year, and their run game is fun. But Goff is just so unknown, and Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are kind of scary. I hope the Simple Man Radio crowd is doing well.
All 18 of them.
But that's a good niche crowd. It's a good niche crowd.
I love those 18 people.
I know. I love them too. These people are salt of the earth. When we say Talking Giants versus the world, they're part of the Talking Giants crew.
Everybody's focused on DJ. Everybody's focused on DJ LamEhieu. They're going to their baseball podcast. They're scrolling through Twitter. So it's a slow Simple Man Radio day. Yeah, we'll check in on them periodically. All right, thank you, Justin Pennick, for coming on to show Simple Man Radio. Go follow him on Twitter, guys, at Justin Pennick. Yeah, go follow me. Go tell Carl Banks he's my best friend. Okay, goodbye. Bye. All right. So to recap, Rams at Packers. Everyone went Packers except for me. Ravens at Bills. Myself and Danny went Bills. Justin and the listeners went Ravens. Browns at Chiefs. Justin was the only one to pick Browns. And then Bucs at Saints, or Bucs at Saints. Me and Danny go Saints. Listeners go Bucs. So did me and Danny agree? Yeah, Danny, me and you. Oh no, we disagreed on Rams Packers.
Oh, thank God! I was about to say that would have been scary.
It's hard to do in the playoffs though, because there's just not a ton of games. You know, So what happens is like, because you want to be different in the playoffs, so you really start picking things you don't really believe in to try and gain a lead. So I mean,
that's what I did last week. I was like Washington, but I didn't mean to pick Cleveland, but I actually said the name. And you're like, oh, you're keeping Cleveland. And I was like, okay, and it worked
I
out
just
in the end.
basically like bullied you into keeping Cleveland,
and it worked out in the end.
All right. I actually do want to talk about the Jets getting Robert Saleh. And I know, like, we talk. I mean, we did our homework on him a little bit last year. When the Giants were looking for a head coach. I know everyone in the media is saying it, which actually kind of worries me because it seems like every time the whole media falls in love with somebody, they suck. But I really do like this hire for the Jets. I think he's going to come in and we overuse the culture word, but I do think he's going to come in, set some type of culture. And supposedly he's bringing in either Michael LaFleur or the 49ers OC, which I think that's who will come with him and call plays. I think that's a perfect fit for what the Jets can do. You bring in someone like that who has like that run game like pedigree, and you have a mountain in Mekhi Becton, who's like he adds rushing yards every game. I mean, there's one game where I was like, he added 70 rushing yards because he just blows people up and sets holes. I know this sounds like a weird like priority, but if you're the Jets, put a priority to get a good run blocking left guard next to Mekhi Becton, and then just run behind those two guys. Figure out ways to do it. And then that sets it up to make the game easier for Sam Darnold, or if they draft a QB. But it seems like they're keeping Sam Darnold, which I want to talk about that with on a like separately than this. But I really do like this. I'm not saying like Saleh's the greatest defensive coordinator of all time, but I think he's been a really solid one. Yeah, he had good players, but you have to have good players to be a good DC for the most part. So I really like this hire for the Jets. I think they got it right.
No, I'm in agreement. I think last year when I was all on board the Robert Saleh train, I think it probably was like a year too early. At least that's what I remember people saying for Robert Saleh. But I loved what I saw from just the passion he brought. The players love him. As you said, everyone is saying it, but the Jets got it right. And if he's really bringing in the LaFleur guy from the 49ers to be his offensive coordinator, that's a perfect guy to really learn what Sam Darnold has. And now it leaves them the option to potentially get a massive haul for the number 2 overall pick. Because someone's going to be willing to move up to that spot, or they could take the Oregon lineman. I forgot the guy's name off the top of my head. Or heck, they can even take Justin Fields. Sewell. But Robert Saleh, the players love him. I'm going to watch his first press conference because when you watch Gase's first press conference, you could tell that this guy hasn't changed. He's still a weirdo with his eyes. Robert Saleh, I want to see like how like he just like addresses everyone. Granted, it's different over Zoom than like say like when we saw Judge last year, everyone fell in love because it was in person and all that. But how will Saleh look over Zoom? But I think Saleh is a great hire by the Jets. I do wonder, will he call plays or will he hand it off to someone else, or would he just focus full time on being a head coach?
It seems like everyone wants to call plays now when they get that job, which I think more and more guys should try and get away from that and focus on bringing in someone who has the same vision for you and let them call plays. Like, I really think play calling as a head coach is kind of a dangerous game. Like now, but then you look at guys like Andy Reid and you're like, oh, well, it works. But I just feel like with new coaches, it's a dangerous game because being a head coach is a lot more than just coaching players. Like, there's so much on your plate. And I really think having that CEO role.
Oh, and it's fallen. Mic down. What happened?
That could have broken my computer. It just fell off the mason jar. That's what it was sitting on. I had it sitting on a mason jar like this.
Oh, that almost ended poorly. Oh my lord!
Look at the bottom.
That's like
bottom. Top.
Oh, I like it, but that's like the worst stand you could have drew up.
I know. I should at least put it upside down. There's no liquid in it, so maybe I could do that. You know what? Can you hear me well right now?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Okay.
But like you said, like that was the downfall. It felt like a Ben McAdoo, like Freddie Kitchens couldn't do it. Kevin Stefanski is able to do it. Like there's some guys that are able to transition to that role successfully and do it. Other guys can't, and they just fall flat on their face.
Yeah.
I look like an emo person.
What was I going to look for?
How did our response from the person come from the word of the day?
Oh, did we get anything? Here, while I look, are you on board with the Jets keeping Sam Darnold? I am if No response. If they don't believe in any of these QBs in the draft, if they don't think any of these QBs in the draft like are the guy, like I hate the idea that some people have like, I've just drafted QB. Like you gotta have your guy and believe in them. It's not as simple as just drafting a QB. I like Darnold. He's been screwed. They've been screwed by him. I want him to get out of there. I want him to get out of there and have a fresh start somewhere else. Because, and I think the Giants could be in a simple, like they could be like, it'd probably be a similar situation if the Giants don't succeed next year. Is it all Darnold's fault? No. Could Darnold be good? Yeah. But after year three, I really do think you got to make some decisions. If you're at the top of the draft with the QB like this. I'm not saying if you're at 18, you're like, you got to pick Mac Jones or whatever.
Yeah.
I really do think you got to make those decisions. So I would move off of them if you fall in love with one of these QBs. If you fall in love with one of these QBs, pick them. Start fresh. Start brand new. But if they don't, then Darnold's talented enough to. I think Darnold would be perfect for this offense. So I can see them like bringing him back, but I just worry that it's like they're going to try this again in year 4, and it may not go bad. It may not go well.
Yeah, I do think right now. I don't see why they would choose to. As you said, if they fall in love with like Justin Fields, you take him. That there's like no doubt because Justin Fields will be there. Sam Darnold wasn't put into the greatest situation with Adam Gase. Adam Gase came out and said like he failed Sam Darnold during his time in New York. So Sam Darnold is a talented player. I think they do have to give him another shot. You don't know. You give him the shot under LaFleur this year, see what he brings, and if it fails, you move on. However, though, I need to ask you this. You might have talked about this yesterday. How likely is it Urban Meyer even considers Justin Fields?
I don't think he is. I don't think his first thing on to do is come and bring Justin Fields. I do think it's ridiculous that he's making Scott Linehan his offensive coordinator.
Oh, that's dreadful. That's like the worst choice you could pick.
I don't understand that at all. That is so stupid by Urban Meyer. I became excited. I was excited for the Urban Meyer hire. Now I'm not. Like you're going to bring Scott Linehan in. I mean, be fresh. Bring in try something new. Not Scott Linehan, who's been like a proven bad offensive coordinator. Like everywhere he go, he's been bad. I mean, look at the Ravens. They fired him and they won the Super Bowl immediately, like afterwards. Like, he's a bad offensive coordinator. I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's a horrible hire by Urban Meyer if he decides to go that route. But yeah, Sam Darnold, I think right now, I think he'll probably end up staying on the roster. But like you said, if they fall in love with Justin Fields, take him and then move on for Sam Darnold.
Maybe I'll just start being a mic and hand guy. I need to get the mic that hangs like this. That's what I need.
Like the cool people, like the real professionals have.
Yeah.
Like that one's cool.
Does this make me sound different?
Not really.
Test. Does that make me sound different?
That makes you sound a little bit different. Makes you a little bit different.
All right.
That sounds pretty normal, actually. I thought that would sound different.
All right, let's the Yankees got DJ LamEhieu. I mean, I'm not gonna say a ton about this. They got to do more though. This was the bare minimum. This is the bare minimum.
This was a must.
Like yeah, exactly. Like the goal is to win World Series. This doesn't. Oh, their podcast is over. Talking Yanks is over. I was going to bring them back on the show.
Damn, we could have stolen their baseball takes. But DJ LamEhieu was like the bare minimum they could do. They can they need a start. They need multiple starters. Honestly, they still need to bring back say Tanaka at a minimum. Bullpen doesn't look great. The Yankees are not right now a scary team. Will they make the playoffs? Probably because they're the New York Yankees.
No, and I have viewed them as contenders the last 3 years. Right now, I don't view them as a contender. Right now, their rotation is horrible. Like it's horrible. You get Garrett Cole, and you have nobody behind him. Nobody. Don't Severino. You have nobody worth a damn behind him. You bring back Tanaka, great, but I don't want Tanaka being your two. If Severino should be looked at as a luxury if he can play. You cannot bank on Severino at all, and you can't even bank on him being that good. Like he wasn't. When he had that really awesome start to 2018, and then it kind of fell off. So you can't have Luis Severino has to be viewed as a luxury if you're the Yankees. Tanaka can't be like expected to come back and be your number 2 in the playoffs. If anything, he needs to be, at most the number 3. They have to do something. Now, I don't think it's going to be in free agency. I don't think it's going to be going and getting Corey Kluber. I think it should be something through the trade deadline. But if they finish another trade deadline, which they've done the past couple of years, without adding a number 2 pitcher who you feel really good about, then it's a complete failure by what the Yankees are trying to do and a wasted window. Now, and with a team like the Yankees, the windows keep opening because you have, the money. But if they don't get a World Series out of this core, it's such a waste of talent.
Yeah, no, I agree with that because the window is closing fast. I remember in 2019 when everyone's like, all right, the Yankees are going to add a pitcher. Maybe they'll add Marcus Stroman. And then all of a sudden, from out of left field, it turned out he was traded to the Mets. And no one saw that coming. I was like, the Mets get Marcus Stroman. They don't need Marcus Stroman. Turned out to be a great trade by good old Brody Van Wagenen before he was fired.
The Astros got Greinke, who killed us in the playoffs that year.
Honestly, the best option for the Yankees is sitting right there. It's Corey Kluber. He's not going to be as expensive as Trevor Bauer. Corey Kluber is a solid guy. Sounds like he played his throwing session in Florida went well. I don't see why they shouldn't go after Corey Kluber because they're not going after Bauer. We know that for a straight fact. No shot Bauer ends up as a Yankee. So yeah, you got it. The player, if that Cookie Carrasco that the Mets traded for with the Lindor trade was available separately, that would have been someone I think the Mets would have went after. Yankees would have went after, or maybe the Yankees didn't even know he was available for trade, and then the Mets were just poking around like, "You want Carlos? Can we have Carlos?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, I have Carlos." They're like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, the Yankees are not a scary team right now.
What is Kluber going to command?
It doesn't sound like
didn't do anything last year. 2019, he barely. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's the sneeze show. It's the sneeze show.
The sneezes are coming, but he's not going to command much. I would imagine it's like a 1 year, maybe like $10 million deal. Max.
Yeah, I would view Kluber as a why not, but I don't view Kluber as like a fix. Like I view Kluber as a why not, and you can't expect him to really, to be consistent and stay healthy. There has to be someone at the deadline they can go out and get. Like who's an expiring year? Oh, we talked about it last week. Scherzer. Like if the Astros are struggling at the deadline, the Yankees should trade everything for Scherzer because that means if you get Scherzer, you probably win a World Series. If you have a 1-2 of Cole and Scherzer, and the lineup that they have, you win a World Series. Like it's not, nothing's a guarantee, but it's as close to a guarantee as you can get for what the Yankees are.
I know Yankees fans probably won't like this, and I don't know how likely it is because they're crosstown rivals. But if I'm the Yankees and he's looking decent, I'm calling the Mets and asking about Steven Matz. Be like, what do you want for Steven Matz?
Give me the Steven Matz scouting report.
I mean, Steven Matz, he's up and down. He could be great. He can also suck royally. Like he could screw you. But when he's good, he has some nasty stuff. He's a left-hander. I like Steven Matz. Like last year, he sucked. But 2019, when he was at home, the second half of the year, guy was a beast. Shut down teams. So I think, and the Yankees had interest in Steven Matz before. So if the Mets, let's say they're struggling, or say you desperately need a pitcher, I would go call about Steven Matz because that's probably the one pitcher on the Mets that would most likely be movable. Maybe Syndergaard, but I don't think anyone's going to move him until they know for sure.
Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez for DeGrom straight up. Let's do it.
No, I'm
Why
not.
not?
I am not moving DeGrom. 1, to the Yankees. 2, he's too valuable. We're not moving on from DeGrom just yet.
Could you imagine Judge in the Mets uniform? That would be
that would be strange. That'd be strange. Like there's some moves that just wouldn't make sense. Like
what
DJ.
would Kyle do?
Oh my god, my guy Kyle Condon that doesn't know me, but I love his Mets troll. I don't know what he would do.
Who would have thought, Danny, that we're talking about football all episode and we don't even like. I'll be honest, it wasn't my best effort, and then I feel like our baseball segment was great. Like people said, I'm not versatile. I can't. I thought this was a great baseball segment. People said I'm not versatile. I only know how to talk football and basketball. I thought this was a great baseball segment.
It was. We brought some solid options the Yankees could do. We even brought up a crazy idea that Steven Matz could maybe end up in pinstripes. This was a solid baseball segment, people.
I love talking about baseball. This is fun.
I love
baseball.
Quick. I'm not sure what the next move is, but quick. Kyrie Irving fined $50,000, not suspended, and he's reportedly going to be back with the Brooklyn Nets on Saturday against the Magic. Nets fan, take it away.
Glad he's back. obviously he's annoying. I've went on rants on this show about that. My whole thing, though, long term is like, does he retire or play in the playoffs this year? I bet he's going to play in the playoffs. So happy he's back. Is he a pain in the ass? Absolutely. But I'm happy he's back. Happy James Harden's here. We're making a run at a championship. That's what the goal of sports is. And basketball is harder than any other sport to be able to win a championship. It just is, because you basically have to have a top 5 player. And those top 5 players are so hard to get. And it's hard and once you do have them, it's hard to keep them. You see the way guys move around the league. Look at James Harden, for example. So it's so hard to do. So this may be the Nets' only shot at a championship in my lifetime. Like, this may be the only chance in my lifetime that the Nets have a shot at a championship. So I'm glad that they are doing everything possible to do that. Like, that's the goal is to win a championship. And I think today, on Friday, the Nets have a better chance of winning a championship than they did to start a week on Monday.
Yeah, the Mets have mortgaged their future for this championship, and it'll either fall flat. I became a Brooklyn fan when they made the trade. Well, I became a Brooklyn fan when they moved to Brooklyn, but then they made the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett trade, and everyone thought it was Brooklyn's time to go out there and do it, and they failed miserably. These are much better players, but they mortgaged their future again. So we'll figure out if it works.
I think they have to be the clear favorite in the East, unless this big three goes terrible, like it looks horrible. But right now, I think they have to be the favorite in the East. And I think Kevin Durant, like LeBron, is one of those guys where you can make it work with. Like he'll make it. They will make it work somehow.
KD and James would work. It's Kyrie that's the wild card.
Well, you can when you have a guy like Kate. Like if it was Harden, Kyrie, and who's another star that's like Harden, Kyrie, and Paul George. I think that's a mess. Hell, no. Who's another guy that's close to that level? No one's going to be on KD's
Westbrook.
level. Well, no, that's just Westbrook is just kind of like not a good player anymore. It's kind of sad because that's not what his career should be remembered for.
Kawhi.
I think Kawhi's in that class though that can make it work, even though his personality maybe would make it not work. Jimmy Butler. If you have Jimmy Butler, Kyrie, and Harden, I don't think that works. Like I just don't. But Kevin Durant, Kawhi, if he's bought in, and LeBron are those guys that I think can make it work with those other players. Giannis would be a different one too, but so it's a shot at a championship.
And one more thing, I guess, before we wrap this up, I'm not sure if you saw, but the Falcons 4 hours ago they offered their head coach a position to offensive coordinator Arthur Smith.
Yeah, I saw they offered it. The fact that he hasn't taken it might mean something.
Yeah, it definitely does. If you're not taking the Falcons job, it's got solid players, but they're in a bad situation money wise right now.
Yeah. All right, let's do picks. I won mine yesterday. I picked the Devils plus 1.5. They lost in a shootout. I don't know if anybody watched it, if there's any hockey fans in. Jack Hughes had 2 breakaway chances in overtime and just missed both of them. That was so frustrating.
Rangers sucked yesterday, I heard.
Yeah, did the Islanders win that game?
Yeah, they won like 3-0, I think. Maybe a little more.
Rangers suck. So Danny, you were 2-1-1. I'm 4-3. Chris is 0-1-1. His pick this week is can't remember. What was Chris's pick?
Oh, she's blanking.
Anybody remember what I'll have to go look at the tape if I need to. And then Snacks is 1-1. I'm going Saints -3, for all the reasons I said before. What's your pick this weekend?
Buffalo -2.5.
Buffalo -2.5. All right.
Justin has to pick the Browns since he picked them. Cleveland. What's the line there? +10.
But Justin's not part of Silman Radio yet, so he doesn't.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, picks. Justin, you're not cool. Cool.
He's out of the inner circle. All right, thank you guys. Hey, see that link? See this link that I'm putting out there? Buy it.
Oh, look at that.
The shirt. Buy the shirt. Oh, Danny, did you retweet it?
I'll go do that right now.
Yeah, retweet it for people in the lunch hour because it's Friday. Spend that money.
Spend it, people. Spend it on real talk. Blue, beautiful. White, beautiful. Gray, gray's there.
I kind of like the gray the most though, because I like the gray the most.
Maybe because I don't have it, but like gray is I'm not feeling it right now.
Should I get one and wear it to the Senior Bowl? Be like, hey, Joe Judge and Patrick Graham, when I see them.
If you can get it here quick. Wait, you already have one. You posted it. Is it
I
at
mean,
the
I have the picture of it.
Oh, the picture. Oh, okay. But yeah, I think you should get it and go to the Senior Bowl with it. Tell them we're shaking and baking.
Hey, I'm a media member. Look at my shirt of, you two. All right. See you guys on Monday. Stay simple.